Okay, so we're going to be playing some Atari 2600. Let's see if make sure everything is set up. And hopefully my stream is looking good. Sometimes it says it's not enough to get it going, but we should be good. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna have the chat open anyways, just in case. Let's see here, I'm gonna pop that out. Somebody wants to speak, or if the stream isn't doing too well for whatever reason. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna start soon. Playing some Atari. So it looks like we have Billy O in the chat there. And that's probably it. Anyways, yeah, so I was going to start off. I was thinking of playing this Deep Stone Catacombs game. This is the one that I just did a video on. It's a homebrew. Currently not available yet for sale. I believe it's coming soon to the Atari Age store. And yeah, and the game developer McMuse sent it to me as a way to like kind of check it out and maybe do a video on it. So I did that, and I had some fun playing it. And it looks like we got Kirk's Arcade and Stu's Game Reviews. Oh, James Campbell and Ryan. Looks like everybody's popping in all at once now. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to start off, because if you might have watched this if you watch my show regularly. You probably watched me play this game. This I had a lot of fun with, and I thought, next time I do an Atari stream, I'm going to definitely have to play this game, revisit it, and so I figured, why not do that now? There's so many great games, but this one's awesome. Kind of feels like a Zelda game. So without further ado, oh wait, hold on a sec. I just have to do one little adjustment to my volume here. Been playing around with my volume settings and yeah, Ryan, this beard on me is just crazy. I've never had my beard this long before. This is like the longest I've ever, literally I haven't touched this since COVID started. This whole, when was that? March? March was when this whole COVID thing and everybody started staying home and stuff, and then I just stopped shaving it, and I just thought, hey, let's have some fun. Let's see what this thing looks like if I just let it go. I'm not really that hairy of a person, so this beard is really kind of thin. Like it's not really a big beard. I'm not like that, mountain man style, but it's good enough. All right, so let's play some Deep Stone Catacomb. You might have already watched me play this a little bit. I just love how you start off with the sword. You get the sword just like in Zelda. James Campbell's asking if I'm going to buy this game. Oh, maybe. I don't have a lot of homebrews that I've actually purchased, but this one actually, I might actually consider this one. Although I do have this game right now, so I mean, I can only play the first game, game 1. But yeah, I might consider it. It's just it costs so much to buy these games, when you're in Canada. Anybody that's in Canada knows what I'm talking about. When you order these things online from an American website, and then you got to pay some sort of like extra shipping costs, and of course then there's the conversion, and then there's by the time you're done, it's just like you feel like you're paying double, triple for a game. So I mean, I've been considering it. I think the only homebrew so far I've actually purchased was D2K. No, sorry, not D2K. It was DK Arcade, the first one that for the Intellivision, and that was because there was a Canadian sale from the company. What was it, Electrolyte? Electrolyte? They were having some kind of like Canadian sale because they had a whole batch of them in Canada, I guess. and they did like this whole sale, so I ended up buying the DK arcade. I really wanted to get D2 arcade or D2K, but that would have cost me well over $100 and something. I did the math, and I was like looking at the price and everything, and the shipping costs and the conversion rates, and it would have almost cost me like $200. And some people were like, instead of doing that, just buy the LTO flash card and just use that if you want to really play the game on your television. So yeah, James, yeah, shipping sucks. Like to come here, like, because the one that I was playing, the was it DK arcade, the one I was buying, it was in Canada, so I was able to save on the shipping, and then there was like a discount on the game, so I kind of got away with it. But I mean, I really wanted D2K, because that one, I do have the ROM for it, and I can only play it on my computer, but I can only play it on the crappy emulator that I have. Hey Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, no problem. I've been, I was really considering playing today, and I wanted to, I was just debating on what I should play. I was almost going to play D2K Arcade, but the problem with that is it's not really, like, it's a game I'd have to really focus on. So it might be a little bit hard to do a stream with that and actually pay attention to the chat, because there's no real way to chill. The game, once the game starts, you gotta keep playing. Yeah, the R's cursors look like a pain. This guy on eBay had it for 150, or make an offer. They originally 100, and I offered 125, and he ignored the offer, then raised the price to 180. Holy crap! Yeah, Electronite. Sorry, Age is awesome, and this game looks good. If they make a physical copy release, I would buy it. Yeah, they are. I know he's been working on this game for a while, and I think like 2 years or something, somewhere around that. He's been working on this game, and now they finally, he's got everything ready to go, and he's been hoping to get it into the Atari Age store soon. So this will be available to purchase soon. Oh. I think I need to unlock that. Fun fact, the first ever Atari 2600 homebrew known to exist was Sound X, made way back in '94. Sounds about right. Oh, there's the switch. Forgot how to turn off the I reset the game. Crap. I was just trying to turn off the sound of his walking. It's the other thing about using an emulator is the keyboard. There we go. His walking sound was annoying. You're able to toggle that off with the black and white switch. I was trying to remember on my keyboard what the black and white switch was. I keep telling myself to make a cheat sheet, put it in front of my keyboard. So I always have to remember where the right difficulties are and left difficulties. That's another thing, the difficulty switches in this game. I think if you set both to B, it's beginner. I don't mind playing it on emulators. Besides, emulation is the reason why I enjoy playing retro games. Yeah, Extreme Rick is great. I mean, I'm not a purist in any form. I like cartridges. I have a lot of cartridges, and I do like playing on a real system. But I mean, I can just as well play on an emulator. I mean, to me, playing the game is the important part. I mean, sure, it's easier, and right now I don't have any ability to stream using original hardware. You know, one day if I improve my setup and can actually, you know, get my hands on some proper recording devices and all that stuff, and just have a good spot to even do my streaming, and I mean, it'll take a little bit of time. So this is just the easiest setup right now. Whoa. But if you've played Secret Quest, you've probably, you know, you'll see how this is kind of similar. I just like this. This is obviously better than Secret Quest because this you're actually, you know, you feel a little bit more free. In Secret Quest, you're on that little timer to get to the password and you know, before you explode. And I always found that to be a little bit annoying. This one you can kind of casually walk around and explore the dungeon. Because essentially it's what you're doing in this, is you're exploring. Gotta find the Master Sword. Yeah, I keep forgetting you can run. If you hold down the button, you can run. Switch. And in some rooms, to get anywhere, you have to beat all the enemies, and then it opens up a door. So kind of like in Zelda, where you go into a certain room, and it might lock you in there, and then you have to defeat all the enemies just to get out. Streaming HD Atari can be tough. I bet. Purists are the kind of people that violate the idea of preservation. Yeah, that kind of, I mean, I don't think I'm a purist with anything. Like I think there's always multiple ways of doing things. Video games, I mean, whether you play it on a console, you play it on a computer, you play it somewhere, as long as you're having fun, that's all I care about. Like, sure, I like to collect, and you know, looks nice to have some real like Atari cartridges on your shelf with, and like in television and Nintendo, but to say I'm not going to play on an emulator, whatever. Yeah. Have I beaten that dragon yet? No. This is actually the second time I've played this since I did that first video, so it's a good time to catch up on some practice. Yeah, you know it, Ryan. Definitely. Yeah, Canadian Club it is. Aha! The sword. The Master Sword. And it kind of does, like, look like the Master Sword in Zelda, too. Labatt Blue. Yeah, I drink that, too. Good old Canadian beer. Now that I can shoot the sword. And if you get touched by anything, you can no longer do that. So, it's, again, more like Zelda. I mean, so far this is one of the more closer games to a Zelda-style game that I've ever played on the 2600. There's a few that have a similar top-down view game. Like, oh geez, I can't pronounce the name. Whoa. Ah. That Yar's Revenge missile thing is annoying. I think this is the level with the dragon. Ah. Look out. Ah, crap. hit. I need food. I think the coins are just points. I don't think they actually do anything. But you can get that little turkey leg thing, and that gives you a health boost. So those purists and hoarders are just letting games die. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like anybody that hoards anything. I'm gonna... Oh. Here's the dragon. Yeah, well, hoarding... I don't know. I've been watching this show called Hoarders on TV, and they, some hoarders are pretty sick. Like, I mean, sick as in, they obviously have mental illness of some sort, because they don't just keep stuff, they keep junk. Like, actual garbage, like empty soda pop bottles and, you know, boxes of food that they've had sitting in the kitchen for like 2 years and 10 years. Or some hoarders are actually like real serious problem. And then there's the collectors that are, you know, they're the ones that just pile their shelves full of stuff and then stare at them, right? I guess if you have the room and it's not affecting your lifestyle, it's not too big of a deal, but I don't know where I'm supposed to hit this guy. That damn missile. If it wasn't for that missile. Ooh, we got him. Wow. Is the Triforce also on his level? No, I believe all you're doing in this game is you're going after the princess. Games like this and Princess Rescue had to come out in 26 would have been better. Yeah. That would have, I mean, it would have helped. Definitely would have helped. Especially in the earlier days of Atari. If they were able to pull out games like this. But realistically, they wouldn't have had the cartridge space to do so. What is this, like a bonus level or something? Just coins everywhere. What's wrong with keeping empty soda pop bottles? I have 72,195 of them in this room alone. As long as you're not sleeping on garbage, you're good. This looks like it's a bonus level or something. You're just collecting coins. Coins and food. Kinda neat. The duck looks awful dragony. Yeah. They were able to actually make a dragon in this game. Did I go everywhere already? I think so. That's the start. I think I've been everywhere. Oh. More coins. Yeah, treasure rooms everywhere. I think I've been everywhere. Another thing I like about this game, and I think I said this in the video that I did about this one, is I like how the rooms sort of have their own look and feel to them. Whereas in Secret Quest, I found there's so many rooms where it looks exactly the same. So you go through like 5 or 6 rooms and they all look the same. And it's so easy to get confused. Like, where am I? Okay, let's see what we're getting into now. Whoa. Ow. Keep forgetting my sword can shoot. Until I get hit. Ah. Oh no, missile. I guess he added this missile in because it was like the game was very easy without it. I mean, the enemies aren't anywhere as near as complex as say in Zelda itself, where some of the enemies are just really hard to beat. Not to mention you don't have the you know, the secondary weapon in this game. So there's no boomerang or anything like that, or Ah! No! Death. Nothing here. Dead end. Found a switch. I think I'm still in beginner mode. I haven't tried advanced. I think it works with this. So I know the demo copy doesn't have all of the options. I think it's just the game options though. I think you could still change the difficulty. Atari actually passed on publishing the NES in North America. Yeah, I remember reading about that. There was a story there where Atari was originally going to be the Nintendo or whatever, published the Nintendo, and then something happened. The deal didn't go through, and then game over. Then the Nintendo decided to like make the game themselves or something like that, and then Atari went on to make the 5200. 5200 was a great system, but I think the main complaint was all the games were like the same as the 2600, like a lot of the classic arcade games, and people wanted like Zelda. They wanted Super Mario Brothers, and when they saw the Nintendo come out. So that didn't help push the Atari anyway. Oops. Crap. These things kind of look like the scorpions in Pitfall. Only they're not all white. I like how you put a little effort into making him look like he's going down the stairs, as to opposed to just reappearing into the next board. The guy that wasn't doing any drugs made one of the Atari's best games in Missile Command. I didn't know there was any employees there that wasn't on drugs. Yeah, the 5200 wasn't backwards compatible. The 7800 was. Yeah. You see, that's the thing. Atari just kept sticking to their formula of, let's just keep releasing the original games, like the original arcade games. They weren't like looking into like innovating or anything like that. It was just, let's re-release the same games over and over. So then it's like you get Centipede on the 2600, you get Centipede on the 7800, you get Centipede on the 5200. I mean, not that it's a bad thing that they had them available, but that was it. That was their main, I mean, all the games that they were pushing for the 5200 were like Space Invaders and Pac-Man, and people were ready at that point to move on to, you know, they already have their Pac-Man and they wanted new games. That's when Nintendo came along and was like, hey, look at this. New games. I still remember when I was, you know, when I first saw the Nintendo, I didn't really care too much to play on any other system at the time when it came out, because I was like blown away by Super Mario Brothers and then all the other games that were following it. So I was not really too much into playing on the Atari or the Intellivision or any other Finally, they decided to make the Adventures of Jake Voyager on the Atari 7800. There's a lot of things they could have done. I think the 7800 was, you know, it was a shame that it just didn't get what it deserved, because that system was great. I mean, I love the 7800. It's just that the game choices, like they're like, as far as official releases are concerned, most of them are just better versions of what's already on the 2600. And then they have a few that are like, you know, unique titles. Some of them are weird though, like Ninja Golf. Like, why they put that there? And but they had like a few other ones. There was some junkyard game or something like that. Like, it did have some good games, but even what was it? Food Fight, which is a great game. It's very underpowered for what the 7800 was capable of doing. Like, I like the game, but it's very simple compared to what, you know, that system could pull off. At least that's what I always thought. Like, even playing it, I'm like, you know, it's a great game. It doesn't feel like it needs to be on the 7800, though. I believe that if not for Super Mario Brothers, NES would have crashed and burned. Well, that's it. They introduced something new. They introduced something that we didn't see. I mean, even having the Commodore 64, there was no games at that time that really, at least that I owned, that compared to Super Mario Brothers. Ninja Golf is fun. No, I've never played Ninja Golf. I still haven't tried it. I have no idea anything about that game. D and 517101. Can you get more health in this game? Yes. Every once in a while, when you kill an enemy, there's a little drumstick that appears, and that'll give you more health. Oh crap, I went in here and I got locked in. One thing about this game is that they didn't really give you a way to go back up. So once you go down the ladder, you're down. It's not like there's what's that game called now? Trying to remember the name of it. There is a few games where you get to actually go up and down the ladders. But this one, you actually, once you go down the ladder, you're stuck on that level. Does anyone want to hear what the Atari should have had? Favorite Transformers character? Oh, that's a tough one. For me, yeah, there's the food. For me, I probably was always Omega Supreme. Like, when I was a kid, Omega Supreme was my, like, I love that character. I love the toy. I bought the toy. Like, I have it downstairs all in the box and everything. That was probably my favorite of all Transformers. I don't know why. I mean, I do like a lot of the other ones too. I like, you know, Perceptor and Soundwave. I always thought Soundwave was cool. Skywarp. Galvatron. But I always liked Omega Supreme, especially when he was in the cartoon. You know, he wasn't in very many of them. And in that War on Cybertron that's on Netflix, has Omega Supreme in it, which I was quite surprised to see. And he's huge. Oh crap. Oh, I died. Damn. Ah. That was dumb. Am I even going the right way? Yeah. No Swear Gamer. Did someone say 7800? I heard some YouTuber did a podcast that covered the entire library a few years back. Yes, the No Swear Gamer's done a lot of 7800 stuff. Oh boy. I have a pretty modest collection of 7800 games. There's still quite a few that I don't have. Ah, game over. Nuts. I like the Perceptor was a working microscope. Yeah, I have that downstairs. It's kind of working. It's, you know, it's not like a really good microscope, but you can actually look through it. I had Perceptor back in the day, but it broke. Oh, that sucks. Let's try one more game of this. See if I can get back to that dragon. Let's do this. I mean, I could map this all out if I had the patience, but usually when you play a game enough, you start to remember where everything is anyways. Although games 2 and 3, which will be on the real version if you buy it, apparently it mixes things up or something. Or things are not always in the same spot. I can't remember. Midnight Mutants. That was the other one I was trying to think of. I knew there was something with the horror theme. Midnight Mutants. That's an expensive game, though. I remember looking into it. And even just loose, that game is pretty expensive. I like how the cover has, I believe it's the what's his face from the Munsters, the Dracula, Grandpa. He's on the cover. Oh yeah, you know that No Swear Gamer's here. He will know what I'm talking. There's a 7800 game. It has to do with the junkyard or something like that. I think I remember actually watching your video on it. And you got to run through like a junkyard or there's something like that. Didn't seem like a bad game, but kind of looked frustrating at the same time. Oh, jeez. Just come running into the room and just right into that missile. Crap, 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 crap. Go away. Yeah, the homebrew Baby Pac-Man. That looks good. Mid-boss, mid-boss. Scrapyard dog, that's it. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of. I knew it had something to do with a junkyard or a scrapyard. That was close. I mean, those games look like they're interesting, but I think I remember you saying something about Midnight Mutants, like there's no continue on it or something like that. Like you can get really far, but then you die and then you have to start all the way at the beginning. Which kind of was kind of a turn-off. You know, I guess I got used to, you know, Nintendo, even though not all Nintendo games had continues. Perfect, found the sword. And you know, still some Nintendo's, some of Nintendo's games, they had continues, but they were like a limited number of continues, like maybe 3 or something. And then then you had to go back to the beginning of the game. Unlike, say, Castlevania, that has unlimited continues. Junkyard Dog, yeah. Classic WWF characters. Back when I liked wrestling. It's pretty sad a lot of those classic wrestlers are gone now. It's like every once in a while I see that on like a website or something and it talks about all these like wrestlers that are no longer with us, and it's like, what? You know, we don't have Savage, Piper, all the favorites. I don't know if Junkyard Dog's still alive. I can't remember. I'll try and make it to that dragon. Ah, yes, the Hulk Hogan cartoon. Rock and Wrestle. Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestle. And they had like Captain Lou Albano and who else was on there? Rowdy Piper. I think the Iron Sheik was in there. And Nikolai Volkov. Andre the Giant. Go away, missile. Crap. Oh! He just shot me at the last second. He's even having... Oh, I keep getting stuck in there. Looks like you have to go after his head. Again, more like Zelda, where you have to kill the dragon's head. Can't get away from that missile. Junkyard Dog died in '98. Oh man, that's a long time ago. It's no longer who's dead, it's who's still alive. Go! Game over. Hey, Jacob Downey, what's going on? Yeah, let's play something different then. Brad Garrett? Really? He voiced Hulk Hogan? That's about as fun as finding out Uncle Phil voiced Shredder. I didn't know that. Yeah, No Swear Gamer knows wrestling too. Yeah, I've seen a few things where he talked about wrestling on his channel. Let's see here. Let's go to... Is this the good one or is this the crappy one? I don't know if this one this one works for very long or if it dies on me. I can't remember. Oh no! No! Stupid barrel. Let's go, Mario. I took a chance. I love wrestling. Yeah. Well, I used to love it back in the 80s. I mean, I was one of those big fans, you know, with the... I had the Hulk Hogan figure, and I watched it every Saturday morning, watched the WrestleMania. I went to one of them. I don't know which one it was. There was one of the WrestleManias that it was down here in Toronto. I remember going to see it. I just don't know which one it was. Another one of my favorite wrestlers was the Ultimate Warrior. That guy cracked me up. Crap. Those pies are relentless. Oh, duh. Am I dead? Favorite sci-fi TV show? Ugh, I don't know. Might have to think about that one. I don't know if I ever really watched sci-fi TV. Hey James, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate that, man. Nice to have you here on the stream. I know sometimes you're busy. Yeah, I don't think I really watched sci-fi. I mean, I used to watch like especially in the 80s, like I watched shows like The A-Team, Knight Rider, The Incredible Hulk. I like those type of things. I don't think I really got into the sci-fi, like the Star Trek and the Doctor Who and all that stuff. I didn't really get into that. Or V, or some of the other more sci-fi stories. Oh man. This is difficult. Can't get up there. Take that. I mean, especially for me, like it took forever before I actually sat down and watched a movie like Star Wars. Like it just took me a while before I actually warmed up to Star Wars. So that was the, you know. Hey James! James Valvis is in. What's going on, man? Finally caught one. Yeah, I know you're usually working when I'm doing these. Just gonna make sure everything looks good on the stream. So we've got 19 people watching. Cool. What can we play here? What was the game I was trying to think of? Dark Catacombs or something? I like sliders and some quantum... Oh, Quantum Leap. If that's considered sci-fi, yeah, I guess so. I used to watch that. Although most of the time I ended up watching it at my cottage for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, Quantum Leap was kind of fun. I could almost see that show coming back. I mean, it's kind of an interesting concept of being able to, like, leap into someone's body. Kind of take over their body for a while and control them. these things. Hey, Chris. Doggy. Ah! Chewed up. It's been a while since I played this game. Getting rusty at it. I don't even remember where I'm supposed to go anymore. I used to be able to get to like the third stage in this all the time, and now I'm probably like terrible at it. Oh, I hate these things. Okay. Sad he never leaped home. Did they just end that series, or was it one of those, like, did they actually have an ending series, or did it just get cancelled and that was the end of it? Oops. And I'm dead. Oh. This was one of the best games ever on one of the worst platforms for it. So if not sci-fi, like sci-fi movies, I would have watched. Well, Back to the Future is probably one of my more favorite. And like when it comes to movies, I'm a little bit more open to sci-fi. I just didn't really watch the TV shows. Like I watched, like I said, Back to the Future, which obviously is science fiction. Ghostbusters, if you want to consider that to be sci-fi. I don't know if that's it's not. It's comedy, sci-fi, whatever. I don't really have like a favorite because I like action movies. I like horror movies. Trapped in time loops forever. I like the Matrix, but I didn't like any of the sequels. But I think a lot of people are the same with that one. I kind of found the sequels to be boring. Where do we have to go here? This way? That way. That's a wall. What am I doing? Playing horrible. Terminator. Yeah. Terminator's a good movie. Although, yeah, that's, I guess, the sci-fi. A lot of these movies kind of fall into, like, several categories. Like sci-fi, adventure, action. Oh no, I'm missing a key. Crap. Another movie type of movie I usually like is documentary style, like docudramas or whatever they call them. Like not actual documentaries, but movies based on real people, like Man on the Moon, for instance, where Jim Carrey played Andy Kaufman. I always love those kind of movies. I mean, I know they're not always 100% accurate with history, but still, I always kind of like that. I like, where it feels like you're watching a real story and it's not just somebody made this up. I always like that kind of movie. And those can be like all different kinds of movies too, right? They don't have to be action or horror or drama or whatever. It could be anything, right? Aliens. Yeah. I like the Predator. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Was Predator. Let's play some Superman because I'm gonna suck at this. King Kong is a great biopic. Yeah, I guess that's another way to say it. Biopic. I always like it too when you're watching a movie and then you don't even realize that it's based on a real person or real events. And then at the end you're like, oh, this was real. I never know what I'm doing this. Okay, you gotta find the bridge pieces. Ah. King of Kong. Yeah, King of Kong is a great kind of like a feels like it's a fictional thing, but because it's just done in a way where you feel like there's a villain and there's a good guy. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. Oops. James is better than James knows what he's doing in this game. I just feel like I'm flying all the time. Oh. And I get confused as to where the heck I am. What's going on? Lois Lane? Crap. You know, it's been so long I forgot exactly what I'm supposed to do. I know you have to get the bridge parts. My best time is 3 minutes and 19 seconds. I think I've only completed this once, and I don't think it was any good time score either. It was probably, it took me forever. The prototype of Superman was used to make Adventure? Really? That's interesting. I guess the multi-levels and was that supposed to find the bridge. That's like the jail. Oh yeah, you're supposed to take the criminals to the jail, that's right. Another fun fact, this Superman is about 10,000 times more fun than Superman N64. I've never played that one, but I've seen screenshots and stuff of it, and it looks horrible. See if I can find the criminal. That's the bridge. I think I remember James Campbell told me that, or said something about you can just keep on the same area. Eventually, you'll scroll through the entire city. You don't have to use the up and down and all that stuff. You're supposed to put those there. I don't know. Oh, okay. Got a criminal. Gotta look for the jail. I think that's the Daily Planet. Phone booth? Uh-oh. Did I just scroll? Oh, there it is. Alright, we got somebody. I'm just gonna chill out and walk for a bit. Is that kryptonite? Ooh, we got one. Take the other criminal back. Even though I'm terrible at this, I think I have more fun playing this than I do of Spider-Man. Yeah, same here, James. That was how I pretty much did. I just kept, going on YouTube. I think that's what we all do now, is we just go on YouTube and look for tutorials. Do I have the helicopter on me? Although some people, I noticed like there's a lot of YouTubers that will do like these kind of games, but they never speak. And then you're trying to learn how to play it, but then they're not giving you any explanation. They do like a whole complete run through of the game, but they don't actually tell you anything. It's just, you just watch them play. Crap, now I have to add the 2600 Superman wallet to my bucket list. Whoa. What happened? Where am I? Whoa! Okay, I'm thoroughly confused. I don't know where I am anymore. Jerk. Yeah, that's funny. Oops. The wrong button. Let's find something else to play. Yeah, that's the problem with retro gaming and collecting stuff like this in general. Every time you go and you see somebody else have something, you want to have it too. Let's play some Ladybug. This is another game that would have been amazing if it came out on, during the day. I would have definitely bought this. I loved playing Mousetrap, so I probably would have bought this for sure. Hey, what's up, Atari creep? Ryan saying Spy Hunter 2600. Yeah, I was thinking of that one. Only downside is you do need two controllers to properly play it. Oh, right into the guy. Two more dots. Looking at my gameplay video, I completed Superman in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I can't believe I beat Jim's time. Must have had it on the easiest settings. Oh man. Hey Kevin. Just watching me play video games instead of doing your own video. Well, sometimes you're just not in the mood. Just got done streaming SOR2 on Instagram. Oh yeah, that's right, Creep. You do your streams on Instagram on Sundays. Streets of Rage 2. Is that what that is? Okay. You lost me on the acronym there. David Comancho, if I said your name right. How's it going? Yeah, Ladybug is a Pac-Man ripoff. It was during the time when Pac-Man was huge and tons of games started ripping it off. Like Mousetrap, Lock and Chase, wasn't a whole lot of originality back then when it came to games that were just copying each other. Between the Pac-Man clones and the Donkey Kong clones. Ah, crap. I'll be working my review on Sea Monster soon. Oh yeah, No Swear Gamer, is that that funky cartridge you were showing off earlier? It has the little switches on it. Oh, I ran into a skull. Atari Creep saying that it should be on his YouTube channel tomorrow with lots of filth in my mouth, or from my mouth. Yeah. Amazing homebrew, not as great as the new Mappy, but unbelievable faithful. Yeah, the ColecoVision version and the Intellivision version were pretty good. For this game, anyways. I'm sure this game was slated to be created, but then, you know, stuff happened. There wasn't too many Coleco games for the Intellivision, unfortunately, in the Atari. Breakout clones, yeah, for sure. Pong games and all that. From 4-in-1, the original card is like $200. Holy crap! That's the joy of rare cards, I guess. You want them, you gotta pay for it. It's like that Action, what was it called? Action 51 or Action 52 on Nintendo. It has like all those games and the thing's like really expensive. Like you had to buy it through one of those shopping networks, which I do remember seeing them on TV. That back in the day, I remember seeing the watching the shopping channel segment when they had that Nintendo game on there. And even then, I was like, those don't look like they're very great games. It didn't really sell me. I'm like, if there's 50 some odd games on one cartridge, they're probably all crap. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Did it. Yeah, James has a good point there. I mean, there was originality. I kind of say that from time to time about, especially games of this era. They really didn't have much to compare to because there really was no video games before. I mean, these were all... It was a new market. It was a new thing. So, I mean, copying other games was the easy route. You could obviously just copy another game and make it your own. And in fact, I often say that about E.T. And you know how Howard Scott Warshaw took a chance when he had a limited time to make an E.T. game, and he kind of did his own thing, and he kind of made something that was really complex for the system, rather than just say, make a Pac-Man clone, which he clearly could have easily done, but he didn't do that. He didn't choose to do that. Like, he could have just made a very simplified, you know, Elliot has to collect, or E.T. has to collect Reese's Pieces or something, and he could have easily done that, but he decided not to do it, so he had to use his originality when he created that game. The music on this one's great too. Like they really nailed down the music. I get all the bonus letters. Oh no! Trapped. Yeah. Don't forget E.T. was one of the best-selling 2600 games of all time. Well, I mean, it had a big brand behind it. Didn't matter if the game was not what everybody wanted or expected. It's like Pac-Man, too. Crap, that skull's in the way. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, E.T. was a gamble. I mean, he still pulled something pretty amazing off, and that's why I always disagree when people start talking about E.T. being one of the worst games ever, creating the video game crash, and all the other nonsense that people like to say because they've read it somewhere or saw some YouTuber say it who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. Oh no. Yeah, knows for a gamer's right. It would be great to see some more. Like, we didn't get a really big library of the 7800, so it's nice to get some homebrews. Chris is asking if I can play Donkey Kong Jr. Let's see, Donkey Kong Jr. On this system too. This was made by, I think it was... What am I looking for here? I think Stephen Kitchen made this one, the Donkey Kong Jr. Dan Kitchen's brother. E.T. wasn't a bad Atari game. Merlin's Walls from 1999 on your end. Well, there were some pretty bad Atari games. I mean, come on. We all know that. I have to admit, this is not one of my favorites. I love Donkey Kong Jr., but on the Atari 2600, it's just... I don't know, I just find this one to be a little bit hard to play. Oh yeah, I gotta go up there. I can't... Donkey Kong Jr. 2600 sounds equals nails on a chalkboard. Oh jeez. That funny looking Snapjaw. I think it's the jumping that is annoying on this one. His jumping is kind of weird. He just... Oh yeah. I keep forgetting I can't go that way. I have to go this way. Oh no! Crap. Yeah, no problem, Chris. Even though I'm not the greatest at this version. Come on, get up there. Get up there. As It's funny, on YouTube I was just watching the commercial for this. The original commercial that they used to run. Where they kind of have the whole board laid out and kind of a live action style. Man, some of the old classic the commercials for these old classic games are just as classic as the games themselves. Although I have to give it credit for having this level in here. I mean, they got rid of the other level. Oh! Yeah, no swear gamers. He knows his list of bad games. Dishaster. I want my mommy. Karate. Oh yeah, karate. I don't think I've ever tried karate. If I did, it would have been in a live stream maybe, but I don't think I've actually played that one, but it looks bad. Pac Kong. Which is also available in 20. Pac Kong. I might have that ROM. Whoa. Yeah, instead of the electrons or whatever, electro things, it's the snap jaws coming after you. Oh. Music's not too bad. Anyone that's great at this game has way too much time on their hands. Absolutely. Come on, get off. I don't think anybody's actually tried to like homebrew this or try and make a better version of this one. I know for the Intellivision there's a better one. But I thought the Intellivision one, the original Coleco Intellivision one, was not bad. I actually don't mind playing that one. But apparently there was a better one. Or a homebrew version. I don't think anybody's tried on the 2600 that I've ever heard. Pac Kong is a horrible knockoff of Donkey Kong for the 2600. Yeah. Whoa? Maybe I have it. Huh. Thought I was trapped there. Atari Creep comes back just to see Donkey Kong Jr. He's like, oh no, not this game. Anything but this game. Oh. Or maybe who did was this Dan Kitchen or was this Steven Kitchen? I don't remember now. Dan Kitchen? No. I think maybe it was Dan Kitchen that made this one. And then Steven Kitchen made the Donkey Kong, or was it Gary? I don't remember now. 2800 version is really good. All I know is it was the Kitchen brothers. I don't know if I have that Pac Kong you were talking about there. Spider Kong. What's the difference? Whoa! Okay. Yeah. Is this just Donkey Kong? Like... Oh my goodness. What are those things? Are those things gonna kill me? Seriously, what is that? Hey, is that the thing from, Is that an octopus? Or is that like a hall monster from Venture? Oh my goodness. Okay, I touched something. Something killed me. Okay, I can't even get up to the 3rd level without dying. I don't know what's going on. And there's that thing that looks like the hall monsters from Venture. What the heck? Gary Kitchen did 2600 Donkey Kong, not Junior. Yeah, okay, so I think it was Dan Kitchen then that did Junior. So I know they did both of them. When I was talking to him on the Dan Kitchen, when I was talking to him on my live chat, I know we were talking about that. I just couldn't remember which one did which one. Now, yeah, it makes sense, because I remember he was saying he was talking to his brother when he was making Donkey Kong Jr. Or was it Steven? I totally forgot now. But I remember we were talking about that. This game's not playable, is it? You have to be pixel perfect on the jumps. Oh, great. Yeah, go figure. The enemies don't have to be pixel perfect. Mario looks like a brick crushed his head. I don't get those octopus thingies. Like, I can't get by them. Like, do they eventually leave the... Run. All the flickering and that weird thing that's chasing me. What just killed me? Okay, I'm gonna have to look up this game and find out what the heck this is all about, because this is just weird. Loved your weeby chat, Brian. You should be as popular as AV. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be as popular as them. You have to, like, start off on YouTube to get that far. Looks like there was a bunch of them. They're all the same? Why does this one look different? Whoa. Death. You're 1,000 times nicer to your fans than Mike Matai. I don't really know Mike Matai's personality. I mean, I've seen him on the AVGN, but I know there's a lot of people that don't really like him. He's kind of like, he's the second half of the Cinemassacre that a lot of people don't really care for. Enough of that weird game. Alright, take care, Kirk's Arcade. Have a good night. I'm gonna find something to play here. Play some Mega Mania. Missing everything. like Mike, but he's very rude. Huh. I don't know. I've heard that some of these, you know, some of the bigger YouTubers sometimes they let I guess the YouTube fame get to their head. But then again, there could just be some people that are just naturally not really great people. Maybe they're only friends with like 3 or 4 people, and then they treat everybody else like crap. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Blown up. Oh. The games from Taiwan had a bunch of names released multiple times. Yeah, there was a lot of like just weird stuff. The aftermarket scene. Relabeled. Reskinned. My Golf. Yeah, that's a good one. I was surprised when I saw that game. Just play Boom Bang, a hack of crackpots. YouTubers who aren't nice, get out of here. Yeah. You said it. No, you know we're sort of gamer. Actually, I was just watching a video today from CM Retro. He was talking about the whole retro gaming community and how he thinks it's all kind of fallen apart because there's just so many, I guess, jerks or whatever you want to call them. You know, not so nice people online. Just come in and make bad comments all the time. Talk to people like crap. Oops. That's not the right one. Hero. Always gotta play some Hero. One of my favorite go-to games. Whoops. But part of what CM Retro was talking about too was he feels like there's just, I guess, a lot of people just jump on YouTube to make money or something, and a lot of these so-called gamers go on there and they're not really, you know, they don't really give a crap about the content as much as they care about getting the views and, you know, asking for money and asking for handouts and asking for this, and it's just all about the clicks and the views. And as much as they want to make a video about gaming, it's just you can do a video on say like something like this. You can do a video on Hero and get like maybe 100 views, or I could do some drama and get about 1,000 views. You know, so I think that was a lot of what he was talking about. And, you know, there's just a lot of people out there that'll just act nasty just because they can. And they're hiding behind a keyboard. They know they'll get away with it because nobody's going to know who they are. And they can just act like a jerk because they feel like, hey, this is fun, you know. I'm going to be the one jerk that's going to thumbs down the video and leave a nasty comment. And, you know, I don't know. I guess that's my thought on it anyways. It's just fun for them for some reason to leave nasty comments and be a jerk. he was also talking about how the retro gaming community used to help each other, and you know, if somebody was like, oh, you know, I'm missing this game, or I don't have this one game, and someone would just be like, oh, you know, I have an extra copy, send me your address. But I left a comment saying that, you know, there's still a lot of people like that. I mean, there's a lot of great YouTubers out there. I mean, we got No Swear Gamer right here in the comments, in the chat. Um, you know, the Atari creep. That guy will give you the shirt off his back if you need it. You know, some really great people. Willie from Arcade USA. That guy is just like, you know, what every retro gamer should be. So yeah, I mean, as much as he was talking about the community is broken, and you know, he was kind of saying, you know, it's dead, there is no more, you know, good people in retro gaming, I kind of disagreed with him. I'm like, they're there, you just gotta sift through all the crap to get to them. Because sure, there's a lot of people out there that will, you know, just make these videos just so they can, I don't know, get some clicks or views or something. Oh, I touched the wall. It's the worst game I've ever played. Of course, I'm looking at the chat every 5 seconds, so not a good way to play the game is lose my concentration. Part of the reason why I didn't want to play Donkey Kong 2 on the arcade, because I knew I wouldn't be able to watch the chat at the same time. Boom Bang was originally in Suntech. It ended up being released multiple times by different companies, being it was a hack of an Activision game. I've never heard of that, Boom Bang. Yeah, see, Creep's saying the same thing. There's still great people. The weeds are just getting too thick to see the flowers. It's true. I mean, yeah, the original Next Level Gamer. I'm glad I met the whole bunch of you guys. Me, the Creep, Pete, J Anthem, Papa Pete. Yeah, see, there's still a lot of great YouTubers out there. Thing is, we're also small. I mean, the bigger ones can always seem to get more attention. There goes my high score in this game. I love it. Yeah, see, No Swear Gamer saying the same thing. You know, he's met some of the nicest people in the gaming community, but some of the worst. You know, and some of the other, you know, social media platforms too, like Facebook and all that. Some of them had some pretty bad groups that really perpetuated hate. I mean, really just made fun of people and just, it's pretty terrible. I mean, aside from the YouTubers that are just attacking other YouTubers because of the whole, what do they call that? The people who don't like e-begging or whatever. You know, there's a small little group of YouTubers that are into the whole anti-e-begging thing, and then of course there's the anti-amico people. Those people exist too, but there's nothing we could do to stop that. That's going to happen. And they have all the right to hate on things like the Amico. I mean, whatever. If they're going to hate on something that's, you know, geared towards something they're supposed to like, that's their problem. There's the Boom Bang that people were talking about. Whoa. Yeah, this might be the PAL version, but whatever. crackpots, that's for sure. Only the person at the top looks like something out of a Halloween story. Twitter is a cesspool of filth. Well, Twitter too, yeah. Twitter and Facebook. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see quite a few of those. You know, you get the odd person that's gonna be complete jerks. Or I think all the social media platforms fall into the same problem. YouTube. I know, like Open Every Box Pete. He has to constantly be filtering his chats and in the streams and all that stuff, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to come on and just start trashing him and trashing Tommy Tellerico, trashing the Amico, trashing, you know, it just happens. Even I remember Arcade USA Willie. I mean, that guy's the nicest guy on the planet. And people were going on and making fun of him and calling him names and stuff and acting juvenile. And I remember he was going through a part where it was really starting to get to him. And he was like, you know, I do these videos because I have a passion for video games. And, you know, I figure the people that are going to watch my videos are the people who also have a passion for video games. And he didn't understand why people would just come on there and make fun of him and call him names and laugh at him and all that stuff. And he got to the point where he almost considered turning off comments on his videos altogether. Because he's like, you know, it's just getting annoying. It's this too many people were just being toxic. And, you know, it's like, you know, well, you got to do what you got to do. If it bothers you, yeah, you got to get away from it. But don't stop doing what you're doing just because of these jerks. Don't quit just because these people want to be, you know, smart ass. Or make fun of you. This just seems like it's a, just a ROM hack of crackpots, really. Colors are weird, though. I love how people have gotten so opinionated over a console they never touched, VCS Amico. Yeah, in fact, you know, it's kind of a reason why I really don't do a lot of videos on them, because I don't really have a lot to say. I mean, it's really something I'm just waiting to see what happens. And, you know, I've done a few videos on the Amico, just because, you know, when information comes out, I like to talk about it. Sometimes, not every time. And the Atari VCS, though, I don't know anything about it. So I'm not just going to make videos just because the topic is trending, and I might get more views just by making these videos. And I don't really know anything about it, so I feel like I'm not going to do it any good just by going on there and pretending I know what I'm talking about, especially if I say stuff that's wrong. Willie almost quit YouTube. Him and I chatted a great deal about it. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I hate that. You know, he obviously does a show that means a lot to him, and he puts a lot of work into that. I mean, he loves video games. He loves retro games. And he does like these videos where he thoroughly goes through like a product and talks about it and plays it, and you can see his passion in there. And for him to feel like he needs to stop just because a bunch of jerks want to go on there and make fun of him, I mean, that's just pathetic. That these people think that, you know, that's what they want to do. And like, why are they even watching it? Like, why do they even care? Most of these people are probably not even retro gamers themselves. Yeah, Willie at Arcade USA is a cool dude. Yeah, I remember talking with him on my live chat a long time ago, and we had a pretty good chat. I still talk to him on Facebook and stuff. He's a real good guy, and he still sends that's the other thing. He sends stuff to people. He doesn't even have to. He just does it. Like he just sent me a box of stuff, and I'm like, what the heck? Like it just showed up in the mail. And I know he's done that with a lot of people, like the Atari creep and stuff. That just like he just does that. He's just a nice guy. Nothing is more trendy than 40-year-old games. Oh yeah, you see that's the thing, and that's another thing too. Is the whole thing about these games. There's not a lot of people. Well, I guess there are people that play them, but it's not trending. It's not something that's really trending on YouTube. So it's very hard to get views when you're doing videos like these. This is why the drama people end up switching to the drama because they're like, hey, I do a video about drama and I get 1,000 views. Smash JT was talking about that a few times. He's talked about that, and it's frustrating because he's like, I want to do a review on the new Zelda game, but then if I do a review on drama, I'll get more views. So it's kind of a problem. Brian, you do Tiger Electronic game reviews. You ain't following trends. Yeah. Yeah. I'm playing the games that a lot of people say suck. I've got a lot of comments about that, about how those Tiger games are just terrible. No Swear Gamer asked his son's friend what the oldest system he ever played was. Answer was PS3. What? PS3? PS2 was the latest PlayStation system I've ever played on. Let's see here. What else could I do? Busy Police. I think that's just Keystone Capers, isn't it? Yeah, Busy Police. I don't know if there's anything different about this or if it's exactly the same as... Well, it's close to Keystone Capers, I think. They just messed around with the ROM a little bit. I guess I need to check out both Willie and No Swear Gamer out. Yes, yes you do. Go to Arcade USA. Willie is a great guy. Yeah, this is pretty much... I think I remember seeing this. Alright, take care, Ryan. Thanks for popping in. I think I remember seeing this in the store. These were like the Zellers games. And I remember not fully understanding why I kept looking at these games that had labels that looked like other games but had different names. And I always wondered if it would be the same game or not, but I think, yeah, Zellers had a lot of these games. This is obviously just Keystone Capers, rebranded as Busy Police. Although there are some hacks of this game that are pretty fun. Yeah, Willie does some great unboxing and pickups. He's got a lot of, old obscure things, like just like handhelds and systems and stuff. He's got a lot of different things. And he doesn't hoard. I mean, he's got a big collection. He doesn't hoard everything because he likes to give stuff away. Like he sends stuff off to people. He doesn't just keep it and shove it all into his like man cave kind of thing. He actually, boxes a lot of it up and sends it off to fans and YouTubers and... Do I know any other PAL exclusive? Man, this game's hard to play and read at the same time. PAL exclusive 2600 games that NTSC gamers back in the 80s or 90s only able to play NTs. Not sure. Back in those days, I didn't even know the difference. I didn't even know there was an NTSC and PAL and all that stuff. I had no idea about all that stuff. I just saw the games on the shelf and I just went for what it looked cool. Yeah. Zeller's, the Canadian Pirate 2600 company. Yeah, I used to go into Zeller's all the time and stare at all these 2600, and a lot of them weren't even in a box. Like, they were just a video game, like the Atari 2600 game wrapped up in a cellophane. And I can't even remember if they even had instructions. I do remember them seeing them all the time though. And I'm like, what the heck are these? Like, I had Keystone Capers. I bought the original Keystone Capers when I bought my Atari. And then I remember seeing the same label on some games in the Zellers, and I was like, what is this? Ah, crap. Now this game, I believe, is Gary Kitchen that made this one. And Dan Kitchen is working on the sequel, Gold Rush. Or I should say, Dan Kitchen's Gold Rush. Which looks really good. I mean, I cannot wait to play that game. I know he's going to be doing a Kickstarter on it or something to get the games into production. But if you go to his website, if you go to Dan Kitchen's website, I think it's just dankitchen.com or something like that, he's giving regular updates and stuff on it. And he's got screenshots and, you know, a few video play things, but Gold Rush looks pretty cool. Alright, take care, No Swear Gamer. Thanks for popping in, man. Always a pleasure talking to you in the chat. Aerial planes. Oh, crap. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. No, I don't think so. Run! Run, run, run! I'm gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Oh! Totally didn't think I was gonna make that. This game does get intense. The thing I always loved about this game is how it builds up in complexity. It doesn't just start off hard, and it doesn't stay easy throughout the whole game. Like, it really changes intensity. Oh, crap. Ah, see what I mean? And of course, staring at a chat box while you're playing this game is not the easiest thing to do either. It's definitely one of the things about doing live streams when you're playing video games is to try and pay attention to the chat at the same time. Not always easy. Don't want people to think I'm ignoring them, but at the same time, I don't want to be like, you know, not playing the game, so. That's why, like I said, you know, originally I was going to do Donkey Kong 2, the arcade game that I did a video on earlier, and just be playing that one, but it's not a lot of times where I can actually take my eyes off the screen on that one anyways. Maybe in between games, but... And I've been playing that quite regularly, trying to actually complete all the levels. And I think I've... how far did I get? Um, maybe the 5th or 6th, I don't know. Right after the pie factory, there's this level, and it's freaking hard. Even with 6 lives. But I've been practicing, so. You can do this. Yeah, I used to play this a lot when I bought my Atari, the 2600 Junior. I got this with it. This and Midnight Magic, I played this one a lot. And this was always one of my go-to games. Like, every time I was playing Atari, this would be like one of the ones I'd throw in there. This Midnight Magic and Taz were the 3 games I probably played the most when I had my Atari Junior. Well, I still have it, but I mean when I first bought it. Crap, everything's going so fast. Yeah, when it amps up like this, you really gotta be paying attention. Like the airplanes take at least 3 ducks. You gotta duck 3 times for the airplanes. And I think the next stage after this, there's the ball. There's 2 balls on the screen, which makes it even harder. Almost got him. Yeah, 2 balls. Yeah, Taz is a great game. And it was also released as, I think, Asterix in the PAL region. They didn't have Taz. They had the same game. I think it was Asterix, based on that comic, which wasn't really a popular comic here in North America. More popular in Europe. Yeah, I know. I always miss the elevators too. I don't know. I've always tried, but I just get frustrated because when you take the elevator, and then the crook sees that you're taking the elevator, and then he turns around. But there has been times where I actually I was able to successfully use the elevator. Ah, crap. Let's see if I can still get him. Oh, jeez! I didn't think they would be up there. No! Especially when that happens. Let's do this. Oh no, I jumped! Why did I jump? I'm jump happy, I guess. Crap. Yeah, it's funny, the airplanes take you out. Like, that's it. You hit an airplane, you're done. Everything else is... Oh, crap, I thought I made it in. Now I'm screwed. I'll wait for the elevator. Come on. Elevator. Just hopefully he doesn't turn around. So when he turns around, that's when you're screwed because you can't go down the stairs. See, he turned around there. No! Ah. That was close. I almost made it. Sorta. Anyways, yeah, I think I should pack it in for tonight. Thanks everybody for coming in. I really appreciate it. Especially, seeing a lot of familiar faces coming back all the time. Really awesome of you guys. And of course, for the super chat, I think we had James and I think it was Ryan that did the super chats. Really, always appreciative. I'm trying to go through my chats here. There's just so many. Anyways, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's really, always coming out and playing some fun games. Maybe next time I'll do. I don't know. I keep thinking I got to do another Intellivision stream again. I always like to do the Atari and the Nintendo one, but Intellivision would be fun. I don't know if I would do a ColecoVision stream, but another one I've been thinking about is Commodore 64, which might also be fun. Because I do have enough games on the Commodore 64 that I could actually do. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. Really cool having you here, and we'll talk to you next time.